Hello everyone, my name is Karmia and this is my friend Lizahn, and welcome to Core Concepts Pilates and Rehabilitation here in Cape Town, South Africa. Today we are going to do a MAP movement class. MAP movement stands for myofascial activated posture. It is a big focus on your fascial system and we'll explain as we go along. So for this class you might need a roller and a spiky ball. So we've got a whole variety of spiky balls at our studio. So if you have some sort of variation of this, great. If you don't have a spiky ball, you can actually use a tennis ball, a golf ball, a squash ball. Any form of small, quite firm ball can help you to release your fascia. So play around and see which ball works for your body to release the fascia. So Lizahn is going to start by rolling out her feet. So she's going to play around with the different spiky balls. We'll start her on the big one, which is the softest one, and then she can progress. The smaller spiky ball is a little bit harder, and then this one almost feels like a golf ball, this tiny little one. So the reason why we are rolling out the feet is just to wake up the fascia at the bottom of your foot. Remember, your feet ground you to the earth. They help you with balance. They move you from point A to point B. So it's always good to give your feet some tender, loving care. And just remember, we put our feet in shoes the whole day. So our feet, we're not always aware of where our feet are in space and what our feet feel like. So you can wrap your toes around the spiky ball. You can even try to pick the spiky ball up with your toes, working up, very nice, strong toes. So there's really not a right or a wrong way to roll out your feet. So play around with it. Feel where those sticky spots are, the spots that feel a little bit tender or sore. That's where you really want to focus your movement and your rolling action on. And before Lizahn continues on the other foot, she's just going to stand with both her feet next to each other on the floor, and she's just going to feel what the two feet feel like. The one is going to feel nice and soft and fluffy and woken up, and the other foot might still feel a little bit stiff and cold. So you can progress to do the other foot. And this is really great, something that you can do during the day if you've been sitting behind the computer the whole day and you just want to get up and move a little bit. Keep those spiky balls close by and just roll out your feet every now and again. So your fascial system is your connective tissue. It keeps everything together in your body. So it looks like a big spider's web if you look at it through a microscope. Spider's web with little water droplets on it. So this spider's web connects everything to everything in your body. It's got a whole lot of nerve endings. So it communicates throughout your body and it helps you to move. If we don't move, and most of us sit a lot during the day, that fascia almost becomes a little bit tight and stiff. So by using a variety of movements, by using spiky balls or the roller, we actually create movement and we hydrate the fascia. So we move those water droplets around so that the fascia can glide and move, keeping you mobile and supple. Great stuff. So Lizahn is just going to check in with her feet again. She can maybe just let her arms rest at her side and just close her eyes for a moment and just feel. Does she maybe feel a little bit more grounded on the floor? She might be aware of her toes a little bit more and the heels and the arches of the feet. Great. So then Lizahn can go and lie down on her mat, on her back. Knees can be bent and your arms can rest at your sides. So I actually want Lizahn just to separate her feet and knees a little bit wider than you would normally do, just to give the pelvis a nice and relaxed position to be in. If you feel any strain in your neck, please place a little towel or a pillow underneath your head just to relax your neck muscles. So Lizahn is going to breathe only in and out through her nose. Now this is a little bit more challenging because it takes more effort to exhale fully throughout your nose. And while Lizahn is breathing, she's going to fill her lungs all the way with air, and then she's going to exhale all the air. And just when she thinks she's exhaled all of the air, she's going to exhale a little bit more. So try this at home. Inhale through your nose And then exhale through your nose and squeeze every last little droplet of air out of your lungs so that you can take a nice full inhale. Again, because we sit so much, we are in our defense posture. Our body might perceive that it is under attack. If you've got any work stress, emotional stress, again, your body thinks it's under attack. Then we tend to breathe shallowly, only in the upper lungs, and your body goes into your fight and flight mode. So your heart rate is up, your blood pressure is up, your cortisol levels are up, everything to be on alert for that attack that might come. So breathing in and out only through your nose and deeply like this actually calms the nervous system down, and it brings your body into rest and digest, lowering your blood pressure, your heart rate, and your cortisol levels. So when we breathe deeply like this, we actually want you to feel your breathing going all the way down into your pelvic floor muscles. That's all the way down towards your sit bones. If we are tight around the lower back and the lower abdominal area, we might not get the air all the way down into the pelvic floor. So we are going to use our two blue spiky balls over here. Lizahn is going to place them behind her back. Again, if you only have one spiky ball or your tennis ball, you can just use the one at a time. So you want to place them on either sides of your spine, on those sirloin muscles on your lower back. So Lizahn is going to start to roll around a little bit on those spiky balls. Just like when she rolled out the feet, there isn't a right or a wrong way to roll out the back. You want to find those spots that feel a little bit tight, sore, stiff, but you must be able to breathe. So deep breath in and out through the nose as you do that to release any tension in the lower back. So again, you can use the spiky balls in between your working hours. If you've got a little bit of space to lie down, lie there, roll out your lower back, just release any tension, focus on your breathing, and then you can get back to work. One side feels a little bit tighter than the other side. That's completely normal. Everybody's got a side that is usually a little bit more tender. You can also move the spiky balls around. You can place them all the way up to the bottom rib, all the way down to your pelvic rim. We'll get to the glutes a little bit later on, so let's just stick with the lower back for now. Good, so Lizahn is going to do a few more rolls with her lower back on the spiky balls, continuing to breathe just through her nose, deep breath in and a long breath out. So your breathing is your key to success when you do a MAP movement class, and if possible, try and only breathe in and out through your nose. Good. Then Lizahn is going to take the spiky balls out of her lower back, and then she's going to just flip onto her tummy right there where she is, so that we can stretch the front of the body as well. So she can lie down on her right forearm with her head. She's going to bend her left leg, and she's going to grab her left foot with her left hand. If your hamstring cramps a lot when you do TheraBand and hook that around your foot so that you don't have to pull so much from the hamstring until it cramps. So when we are in this position, I want you to think sad dog, so pubic bone to the floor, and then you'll start to feel a stretch over the front of the leg. The big thing with this exercise is you don't want to get your heel to the bum, so allow your foot just to sort of relax into your hand. Your arm might even relax a little bit as well. So the movement is coming from your pelvis. We squeeze that buttock, and then you want to belly breathe again. In through the nose and out through the nose. And it should almost feel like your thigh muscle is tearing off the bone. Then you are on the right track. And you want to be able to breathe. So the moment you feel I'm holding my breath, that's your cue just to stop, regroup, and go again. The moment you stop breathing, your body thinks it's under attack and it goes back into fight and flight mode. We want you to breathe and go into rest and digest, and you can hold this for a couple of breaths. Very nice. And you'll feel as you breathe that you are actually breathing into your lower back as well. It's not just the front of the body, but also here at the back. Then Lizahn can release her leg, and we are going to do the same on the right hand side. So this is also a great stretch if you are sitting a lot during the day, because we tend to shorten the front of our body over our hips when we sit behind the computer the whole day. So by opening the hip, we create length. We get space to move and to breathe in here in the front of our bodies. So remember, your key to success here is to tuck your tailbone in, to squeeze your buttock, and then breathe into your belly. And you want to still complete your exhale so that you can take a nice deep breath in. Great. Let's do 2 more nice deep breaths. And as you do that, just make sure that you are not tensing up in your neck and in your shoulders and in your jaw. So when we breathe through the nose, you will feel that there's actually no tension in your jaw. So it actually should feel quite good around your upper body, around your neck area. Good. Then she can turn on her back again. Good. So remember, the feet are a little bit wider than your traditional Pilates stance, so that we can open up in the pelvic floor and actually feel that the breath is going further down. So if you don't feel much of a difference after doing these 2 specific fascial releases, don't worry. Everybody's got different tight spots, and as we go through the movements, you might feel this release actually improved my breathing. So let's inhale through the nose, nice deep breath, and you actually want to see how your belly pushes up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale, your belly sinks down to the mat. Nice deep breath in. Good. And exhale. Good. And remember, fascia, just like any muscle in your body that you train, might take a while to get that new movement. So if you don't feel it straight after this first session, don't worry about that. You will, as you progress and as you continue this practice, you will feel that the movement actually goes lower down into your body. So now we're going to add a little bit of movement to this breathing. So on your next inhale, I want you to arch your back into your happy dog. And then on your exhale, sad dog. Squeeze out the air. And then inhale and arch the back. Good. Allow that belly to push up. Exhale, sad dog. And inhale, happy dog. If you struggle to get the belly up movement, you can use a weight, or you can use a bean bag that you've just warmed up in the microwave a little bit. So that when you inhale, you actually want to push into the weight, much better. And then as you exhale, the weight sinks down, down, down into your organs. And then inhale into the weights. And then exhale. Very good. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's take this away. So just relax for a moment and take a few breaths. So from here, we are going to lift the pelvis off the mat. So it's a little bit different again from your traditional Pilates hip roll or pelvic curl. There's 4 movements and 4 breaths. And the aim is to connect the glutes. So you want to feel mainly your glutes. Hamstrings and lower back help, but your focus is on your glutes. So I want you to inhale and arch your back, happy dog. That's movement and breath 1. Exhale to sad dog. Exhale all of your air. That's movement 2, squeezing your buttocks. Now keep your sad dog. On your inhale, lift your buttocks up. That's your breath and movement 3. And then finish by rolling down through the spine, exhaling all the way. On the floor, inhale, happy dog. Exhale, sad dog. Squeeze the air out, squeeze your buttocks. Keep your sad dog. Inhale, lift up to the ceiling. And then exhale to roll down. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, sad dog. Squeeze the buttocks. Inhale, we're going to stay at the top. Good. So now we are going to think of 5 B's. Your first B is your breath. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Your second B is your buttocks. You want to squeeze those buttocks together. The third B is your shoulder blades. So push with your arms into the floor and gather your shoulder blades at the back. Then your fourth bear is your big toes. So you just want to feel that connection into the floor. Don't lift your other toes or your heels up. You want to feel that those big toes are connected. And then your last B is your eyeball. So you should be able to turn your head and look around. This tension isn't in your neck, it's in your shoulders and in your buttocks. Good. We continue to breathe. We bounce the hips up as we breathe. Good. And if you feel that your lower back is taking the strain, drop your pelvis a little bit and tuck your tailbone in again. Yes. And then we pulse. Good. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top and then exhale to roll down. We'll give those glutes a quick little release. So grab your spiky ball. For this one, I would actually recommend if you've got a smaller one, so grab that yellow one, and you're going to place that spiky ball on the outside of your right buttock. So not right underneath, a little bit more to the outside, and then cross that same ankle, so the right ankle over your left knee. Your breathing is your key to success. So the spiky ball is going to stay where it is, and then on your inhale, you're going to take both legs over towards the right, and then bring the legs back. Good. And if you don't feel anything, then you need to move the spiky ball to a spot that you actually feel like you want to sing. And then come back. Good. And again, you can move that spiky ball around. You don't have to keep it in one spot. If you feel, it's not on my sweet spot, then you can place it on a different area. Let's do about 2 more, just to release those poor glutes after they worked. We are not done with them. We'll get back to them in a moment. Good, let's do 1 more. Good. And then we can just switch over to the other side. So when you do a fascial-based class, then you might, a fascial-based class, I mean roller class, spiky ball class, a lot of bouncing, a lot of variety of movement. When we move the fascial system, we actually activate our lymph system. So our lymph system helps us to circulate that moisture in our bodies. And when we activate the lymph system, if it's been inactive for a while or not moving as much as it should, then you sort of get a detox effect on your body. And you might feel that you have a little bit of a headache after this class, or you feel a little bit groggy or very thirsty. That's completely normal. Drink lots of water and you will feel good the next day again. Good. From there, I just want us to do a spinal rotation. So separate your feet a little bit wider again. So I want you to start by exhaling, curling your tailbone in. On your inhale, rotate both your knees over towards your right and arch your back into your happy dog. And then exhale, bring your legs back to center and sad dog. Finish your exhale. Inhale, go over towards the left and arch your back. And exhale, center. Inhale to arch. And exhale, center. Inhale and arch. 1 more on each side. And arch. And exhale. And your last one. So this is just to rotate the spine, getting a little bit of a stretch over the front of the hip. And then you can pause in the middle. Good. From there, Lizahn is going to sit up on the mat. I'm going to give her the roller. And we are going to place the roller behind her back. And she's going to lean back so that the roller catches her just behind her shoulder blades. Hands can go behind your head. So support your head completely. And I want you to take a spiky ball, if you've got any other kind of ball, and place that between the knees to squeeze a little bit into that spiky ball. So when we lean back over the roller, I want you to keep your elbows a little bit more closed and your chin slightly down to the chest. If we are stiff in that upper back, we tend to go from the cervical spine. So then we open the elbows and the chin goes back, and then there's a whole lot of movement over there, but not much over here. So when we start at the top, elbow slightly closed, chin slightly down, and then inhale and arch from your bra strap area. They're just below the shoulder blades. Lovely. And then exhale to curl. Bring those ribs down towards. Inhale to arch. and exhale to curl forward. And then as you keep going, add your pelvic movement to this. So arch your back, happy dog, and then exhale, curl your tail in and squeeze your buttocks. Good, keep going. So this is almost like a cycling motion. You want to stretch, 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 and then shoot back to your curl. Yourself over the roller, exhale to come back. Yes. And then while you do this, when you curl up, so inhale, as you exhale, curl up, squeeze that ball between your knees, tuck your tail feathers in, and then reach back over. So this is more the essential version of the exercise. If you feel that the next step is a little bit too much for you, just stick with this exercise for now. Very good. 2 more like this. And if your roller starts to escape, just pull it back in underneath you. And your last one. Great. Then, just move that roller a little bit in underneath you, I think. Good. We'll start with 1 leg at a time, and then we might progress to 2 legs. So hands go back behind your head, lean back over the roller for me. As our elbows, chin, thank you. And then exhale, as you curl up, you're going to lift 1 leg up towards your chest into a tabletop position. Good. And then place the leg down as you arch over the roller. Then alternate your legs. Exhale, curl the tailbone in. Yes, inhale to arch. And again, it's quite a quick movement. Don't go too slow. We want to build up a little bit of heat. You want to feel your heart rate going up a little bit. And of course, those abdominals are going to work as well. There we go. And then, if you feel up to it, for the last 5, we're going to do both legs at the same time. Exhale to curl, and then just tap your toes. Exhale to curl, and then tap your toes, and exhale, curl, and tap your toes. Last 2. I'm not a very good counter, so last 1, and then relax. And breathe. Good. So you should feel a little bit warmer now. You should feel those tummy muscles that they are there. Great. Pull yourself up from the roller. And then you can just turn around, 4-point kneeling position. And we're going to place the roller between your knees. So. Last exercise that I want us to focus a little bit more on the abdominals. Round your spine into your angry cat stretch. Good. So feet are flat. If they cramp, then you can tuck your toes in, but try and keep them flat. Squeeze the buttocks and shift your weight towards your legs. Okay? So your arms are just supporting you, and you are going to squeeze the roller and lift the roller up between your knees and place the roller down. So it's a small lift, very big squeeze on those inner thighs, and keep your weight over your legs. Try not to shift the weight forward. Exhale, squeeze and lift. And release. Exhale, squeeze and lift, and release. And then hover and hold. And we're going to pulse those knees up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And place the knees down. Last exercise. We are going to take that roller and we're going to place it in front of us across the mat with your fingertips just resting on the roller. Again, go into your angry cat stretch. Good, your weight is over your legs. You can maybe bring the legs a little bit more parallel now. If they're too wide, you might struggle with the balance. Pick your favorite leg and stand on that leg first, hovering the other leg. Good. Now, see if you can curl your tailbone in and sit back a little bit again towards the buttock. And then see if you can start to lift your fingertips up, balancing. Good. If you need to put your fingertips down, you do that. Try not to stand still. So move that floating leg, move your arms to help you balance. Now keep sitting back. Try not to lean forward. We hold it for 10. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And place the knee down. You should be feeling that standing bum. Good. Let's go to the other side. So shift your weight first. Can you sit back? Heel to the bum a little bit. Round your spine. Hover the leg, hover your fingertips, find your balance. Ooh, and then you'll feel the two sides don't really feel the same. We breathe and we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your knee down. Put the roller a little bit further away from you and then go into your resting position. So for this resting position, I actually want you to stick your buttocks up to the ceiling as you reach your roller away from you. That's it, very good. So think happy dog. If your shoulders are sore and they don't like to be on the roller, you can do this without the roller. From your middle back, deep in and exhales, feeling that nice stretch through your upper back and shoulders and maybe a little bit into your back. Good. And then from there, you just slowly make your way up into a seated position. And that is a quick mat movement exercise workout that you can do in between your working day just to get the blood pumping and release any tension that you might be feeling. So join us next time and we'll see you there. Bye.